Let's begin the newscast with some exclusive news that has been broken by WION. WION has been the first to bring you details from the Prime Minister's swearing-in ceremony, and now we learn that Sri Lankan President is the first foreign dignitary to have confirmed that he will be attending the Indian Prime Minister's oath-taking ceremony. WION can confirm that Maithripala Sirisena will be present during Prime Minister's swearing-in. WION was the first to break the news that India has started sending invites to foreign leaders for Prime Minister Modi's oath-taking ceremony. Invites are being sent to neighbouring countries and ASEAN. This is in line with Modi government's neighbourhood first policy and Act East policy. Pakistan sources are telling WION that Pakistan has not received an invite so far. There's still a week to go for the oath-taking. Among the ASEAN members, one of the country has declined the invite due to its own government formation. The name of the country has not been identified. India will be formally identifying the country as per diplomatic norms. Meanwhile, Indian government sources have said, and I quote, "At the moment, we have no information on this matter. We will share details with the media once a decision is taken." At his oath-taking ceremony in 2014, Modi had invited all heads of state of SAARC countries. Among the attendees were then Prime Minister of Bhutan, Shering Tobgay, Nepal Prime Minister Sushil Koirala, Prime Minister of Pakistan Nawaz Sharif, Sri Lanka's President Mahinda Rajapaksa, and Maldivian President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Gayoom, and Afghan President Hamid Karzai. For more details on this news story, let's also go across to our correspondent Siddhant Sibbal, who's bringing us all the details currently from New Delhi. Let's quickly go across to Siddhant. Siddhant, now that there's a confirmation of the Sri Lankan President being part of the attendees at the Prime Minister's swearing-in, what do we make out of India and Sri Lanka's relationship? Let's not forget that India had played an integral role when it came to providing intel to Sri Lanka when the blasts had occurred.
Well, of course, the first confirmation coming from Sri Lanka that Sri Lanka will be there during Modi's oath-taking ceremony. The second time, of course, he is, of course, re-elected, and this is the second oath-taking ceremony. First, of course, we saw a mini SAARC summit happening. But talking about India-Sri Lanka relationship, we know that attack took place in Sri Lanka, in which more than 250 people died, and India, of course, had provided intelligence. India, of course, sharing a lot of intelligence and, of course, development aid to Sri Lanka. Remember, the Indian Prime Minister during his first tenure visited Sri Lanka 2 times, and during which he also inaugurated housing facilities, especially in northern Sri Lanka. That, of course, is an area which is not developed and was impacted by LTTE's insurgency. So clearly, this shows the growing the ties between the two countries and how both the countries have been working to make sure that whether it's the issue of terrorism or infrastructure development in that country itself, both can and will work together.
Right. Siddhant, also interestingly, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi had been sworn in for the first time back in 2014, Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was very much present, and this time we are learning through our sources that Pakistan might not be a part of the attendees. Your take on this new development?
Well, as of now, no invite has been extended. This is confirmed, of course, by the government in Islamabad. But of course, New Delhi is mum on that, because we know officially the Ministry of External Affairs has said that they have no information on who the invite is being extended. But talking about Pakistan, we know the ties between the two countries haven't been very good, especially due to cross-border terrorism, something that has been a big issue for New Delhi raising that issue from various global forums, and especially after Pulwama, we saw a total breakdown of relationship between Delhi and Islamabad, and Imran Khan, of course, not helping the case entirely, given his comments coming from Islamabad. So this is something that will be clearly looked up to, in a sense that if the invite will be extended or not, because it's still 1 week left for the oath-taking ceremony of Narendra Modi.
Absolutely. It would be interesting to see who make it to the attendees, considering Prime Minister Narendra Modi is using and the swearing-in ceremony as a great opportunity to reach out to the ASEAN nations and also other nations in South Asia. For now, thank you so much, Siddhant Sibbal, for bringing us all the latest.